Hello, dear students. Welcome to this YouTube online class. In today's class, we shall discuss about Victorian age and Victorian poetry. In the previous classes, you studied about romantic literature. In that literature, you studied about romantic poetry, romantic novel, and romantic prose writers. So here, before going to study about Victorian poets and novelists or prose writers, let us see some of the facts about Victorian age. Dear students, Victorian age is extended from 1830 to 1901. It means that Victorian age commenced in the year 1832, and this year is also known for its historical importance, because the first reform bill, which was related to democratic reforms uh, in England, was presented in 1832. And this is named as Victorian age because during that period England was being ruled by Queen Victoria. And the third point is that this period is known for its great literary expansion. It means that Victorian age has produced good number of poets, prose writers, and many popular novelists took birth in Victorian age. And Victorian England was the period of grandeur and prosperity. Dear students, in 18th century or in 19th century, sorry, in 19th century, industrial revolution had taken place in Europe. Due to that revolution, economic condition of the people was improved, and people started to think in different dimensions because of scientific advancements in that particular period. That's why it is the period of great grandeur and prosperity, and some cultural transformation were seen in this period. The Victorian age in English literature was the age of Queen Victoria, who ruled Britain in the 19th century. I discussed this point already. This age is named as Victorian age because this particular period was under the rule of Queen Victoria. And this age comes, as you know it very well, after the Romantic age, and it ends with the turning of the modern age of 20th century. It is the bridge between Romantic age and modern age. The Victorian age was in many ways the most glorious age in the history of England, because I already made it very clear that it made unexpected progress in all spheres of life, economically, socially, politically. The people of England had seen a lot of progress. That is why it is considered as the most glorious age in the history of England. And it was an age of material prosperity. Material prosperity means the economical condition of the people was improved. Due to the industrial revolution, majority of the people were able to get jobs, and the production of the country increased, and export of the goods was improved. So due to these all reasons, there was material prosperity in England. And the next point is political awakening. Some liberal ideas took birth in this period, and reform bill, two to three reform bills which were related to democratical reforms were introduced during this period, and democratic reforms were also there. Industrial and mechanical advancement, social upheaval, educational expansion, and imperialism. Imperialism means Britain conquered many small countries of the world during this period, and empire building had happened here in this period. And above all, humanitarianism were pervading energy and activity in social life during this period. But One thing you have to notice here that it was strangely the time of pessimism for the poets, writers, and thinkers of the age. Though there was material advancement, political awakening, social upheaval, scientific advancement, but the writers of this period turned to pessimism. They wanted to show the condition of the bad conditions of the downtrodden people in their writings, and majority of the writers criticized Victorian period, and they went back to Middle Ages. It means they started to depict the medieval age, medieval lifestyle of Greek and Roman literature in their writings. So now let us see about Victorian poetry. As I already told you, Victorian poetry is considered as a bridge between earlier romantics and the modernist poets of the 20th century. It means early Victorian poets were influenced by romantic literature, and they continued the romantic elements in their poetry, and later Victorian poets completely rejected romantic elements. They turned towards modernist elements. That is why Victorian poetry is considered as a bridge between romantics and modern poetry. Who are the major poets of this age? They are Robert Browning, uh, Alfred Tennyson, Matthew Arnold, James Hopkins, and Elizabeth Barrett Browning, who was the wife of Robert Browning. I told you earlier that Victorian writers uh, rejected the Victorian age, Victorian social conditions, or Victorian lifestyle, and they looked back to medieval lifestyle, medieval interests were seen in their poetry. So this is all about Victorian age and Victorian poetry. In the next class, we will see about the major developments that had happened in the Victorian literature. Thank you.